Mehbooba Mufti told to vacate Fairview residents by or before November 15 in the latest order. Government rejects her plea for keeping the accommodation, citing the law to keep government accommodation for former CM was rendered null and void in 2020. Going across to my colleague Mufti Islah, who brings us these details. Mufti, Mehbooba Mufti has overstayed her welcome by over 3 years, and now is she expected to react favourably to the notice to vacate?
I think yes, she has dropped enough indications that she is this time around going to vacate the Govt Fairview residence where she lived for around a decade along with her father, because first it was allotted in the name of her father, and then when she became the chief minister, it was given out to her. Now, we've seen in the past few months, she has been repeatedly served notices that she should vacate the Govt residence because it's a government accommodation, and by virtue of a new law which was passed in 2020, no former chief minister is entitled to hold the residence. So clearly, now government issuing a fresh notice that she should vacate it in next 20 days or so, by or before November 15 is what the notice says. Clearly yesterday in a press briefing by Mehbooba Mufti, she did say that, well, this is not a big deal. She's going to do it by anyhow. But a lot of people actually asking questions that what was the need to stay put when, she could have vacated it before. All said and done, it seems that this controversy will be settled down, and she has decided really to move out of that residence. Clearly that is what the government wanted, because they said that by virtue of this new order, no former chief minister is now entitled to be put in a government, accommodation.
Mufti, so are you telling us initially there was some opposition from her, or did she comply immediately?
I think yes. We're picking up some sources that initially she did cite that there were security reasons, and there was no house in Srinagar where she could go to. The house that she or her family owns is in an area called Naugam, which is on the outskirts of Srinagar, and where we've seen repeated kind of militancy action. So probably she had really written to the government that, well, for security needs, she requires to stay put in an area which is kind of a corridor for people, for VVIPs. Remember that the Abdullahs also stay put in the Govt area, which is considered to be highly secure. But again, you will have to really see what Omar Abdullah did. A few months back, we did see Omar also vacating from the government accommodation, and now is the turn of Mehbooba Mufti, who this time around is not resisting. And in fact, as I said in yesterday's press briefing, he did say that it's not a big deal. There are other issues which government needs to focus on, mainly on jobs of young people, on bettering human rights in Jammu and Kashmir, and also, handing over the resources to the people. And she did in fact say that, this is not a big deal. She's going to anyhow move out of this residence, and one expects that she will comply by this order, which says that she needs to vacate by or before November 15, which gives her around 20 days or so.